not that all landlords are that way, but we do have a few that we see that with.
Is your rent reasonableness based on zip code, street, whatever?
Zip code, amenities,
Yeah.
services that you provide for your tenants.
So even though it says 1,000, let's say, it could range up or down based on the zip code area, whatever. Is that correct?
The area that it's in.
Yeah.
We have to put in the site condition. We actually contract our rent reasonableness out in a database with NARO. And what they do is they do it by zip code, they do it by condition of the unit. So it's either good, fair, poor, excellent condition. The size of the unit, it counts what you're providing for your tenant. Things like refrigerators, range, what utilities you pay, we look at all of that. And we run and they run it against 3 comparables for each unit.
So what if the tenant uses more water, like let's say the toilet's leaking and they don't tell the landlord about it, so the water bill is way up high? Are they is the tenant liable for that?
Well, if you're agreeing to pay the water, it is your responsibility. Now, if you want to charge the client because they failed to report something for the damaged, say the tile buckled and that you can prove that that's been going on for months and they didn't report it to you.
Oh, so basically you have to pay, can they pay their own water and their own utilities?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So
But
basically-
that would be counted in their utility allowance then.
okay, so basically you're just saying that we're going to pay the reasonable amount of utilities and the reasonable amount of water.
Right.
And how the contract is done between you and the owner is up to the tenant and the owner.
Right, and one thing we try to do to help our landlords is when a client submits an intent to vacate, they want to move from your unit to go to another one, we ask that you sign off on it and you let us know if they have an outstanding water bill. Because in Greene County, and I'm sure it's in Montgomery County as well, if the tenant doesn't pay the water bill, it comes back to you. So, is it all over Ohio? Okay. So if that happens, then if you have the right to tell us on the bottom of that intent to vacate that your tenant owes a water bill, we're not giving them a voucher till they've got paid up on that. And we will follow up with the water department once you make us aware of it. Mm-hmm.
All utilities that the tenant will pay have to be metered.
Yes,
So
individually
if you have
metered.
an apartment building that's got one meter, the landlord's got to provide water and sewer and
That's
trash
right.
or whatever.
That's
Because there's
right.
only one meter, and there's 5 units. So you can't just say, well, you're going to pay,
Because it's not based on actual use. If you have a 1 meter
has
and
to
you're
be
charging.
metered.
That's right.
So I'm really new to what Section 8 is and all. So Section 8 is for somebody who is employed.
No.
No.
We have clients in the program that are employed. It's for low-income families.
Okay. So somebody could just not be working and still, then it would all be paid through your.
Right. We have a minimum rent on our program of $50. So they would at least, we have clients that will get a $250 utility reimbursement from us a month, but be eligible to pay $250. But their utility allowance is $300. They would get only $250 because we take that $50 minimum rent off. So they do have to.
And then, like, I know across the street from one of the houses I have in Columbus, I work in this house all day fixing it up, and I come across the street, and there's an older gentleman, and he's got, I think, 3 kids that are probably in their 40s or 50s, and they just sit on the porch and smoke and drink all day. And he's asking me, hey, you're going to take Section 8, I want to move over there. And I'm like, well, no,
You screen your tenants. We don't
Yeah,
screen
but,
them.
so my point was, I'm sorry, I don't know, had a little tangent there. So if I were to rent to 1 or 2 people on Section 8, and then suddenly there's 3 or 4 other family members in there,
You
is
need
that
to let me know.
okay?
No, that's not allowed.
It becomes your issue as well?
Yeah,
or
we'll
you-
terminate them.
Okay,
If we find out there's got the additional people and we can prove it, we'll terminate their assistance.
okay.
Now, they can request to add somebody, but it's up to you if you let them move in or not. The landlord has to sign the additional person's form. If they're under 18, obviously we can't do that, but if they have custody. Hopefully if they're under 18, they're not sitting on the porch area. Go ahead.
So if they say a family member